Good morning. So happy new year. So this is going to be one of our first videos of the new year. This is Wednesday the 5th of January. It's day one back at DJMoore. So we're just going to go over to a short drive up to Kempston where we've got a new loft lifter starting, where we're going to meet Nathan and Jamie. We'll get them set off today, and then tomorrow we've got another loft starting and then another one on Monday the 9th. So all three teams will be up and running early part of next week. But yeah, follow us over and we'll show you what that one's about. Oh, that looks like our loft lifter. Ta-da! So let's park up somewhere. So we're just getting set up now. We've just cleared a load of cars so we can get John and his lorry backed in here. Got the client laughing at me because I'm stood talking to a GoPro. It's the first video of the year, James. We've got John back in here. So this is the property we're doing here. So this is semi-detached Victorian property. Typically your bread and butter type of loft conversion for us. So this one's got a flat roof dormer at the back, and we're creating a master bedroom or an ensuite. Got a plain tile roof. The dormer on this one's going to be cladded, I believe, in an iron grey cladding. I know it's a grey cladding, but I can't remember if it was anthracite or iron grey, one of the two. But that was all ordered last year. So I've been super organised on this this build and all of the builds coming up this year, basically. What I've been able to do is get everything on order before Christmas so that we hit the ground running straight away in the new year. So we've got like the hardy plank coming, for example, windows ordered, skyline order, obviously all our Lawson's order and stuff like that, because if you could imagine, first day back in the new year, every builder's trying to get set up and gone. So I've had this delivery slot booked for the best part of 6 weeks. But what we'll do, we'll jump right there, take a look, and we'll show you what's what. But don't know. Is it all ours, John?
Everything's yours, yeah. We'll go back to the second one.
So it's literally everything on this wagon is ours. So we'll jump up in the loft, we'll take a look. So Neil, bless him, put up our scaffolding between Christmas and New Year with the client's permission so that we could literally hit the ground running. So yeah, so effectively on this back section we're going to have a flat roof dormer come out, full width, full depth, so it'll come out to the wall plate, and that's going to gain a load of space internally. So it's quite a big loft to start with, but with that extra head height from the dormer, it's going to be quite a decent space up there. So we've got something slightly different on this one. So all of the all of the floor is basically timber. So we're using the centre wall and the wall plates either side. So if you can imagine, we're bearing from the back wall plate to the centre load bearing wall, and then to the front wall plate effectively. So all of the floor in this one's going to be timber. I will show you the calcs in a second. But we've got one steel that's going to go from this wall plate to the back, which is going to take a metal post that will take the ridge beam. Because it's got that centre chimney, we don't like putting any load or anything or even interfering with the chimney, so we keep a standalone post in front of it so that the chimney can be used and messed around with at a later date or whatever. It's kind of in its own right. We're not messing around with it, so we don't risk a client in the long run opening the chimney back up or something along those kind of lines, so that it's just, there's no risk there. So as confirmed, that is literally all our materials on that lorry. John just said it's something like 4.5 tonne, which is probably pretty light, to be honest, because there's not a lot of steel in it. We've got that one small steel beam there, and that is about it on this one. We'll get set up, we'll start getting loaded out, and then I'll show you the calcs as well, because it's probably a little bit interesting. We'll show you what that's about, and yeah, we'll go from there. We are in. So this is literally, we've just got in the loft. Last time I was here, it had some items left up here, not a massive amount. Oh, this ain't working, is it? What? Take two. We'll get a light up here, and yeah, we'll show you what's what. Take two. We've now got the lights on. So yeah, so I can't remember what I was saying now. So we'll start again. So effectively, this is obviously day one in here now, and so we're popping our head in. So you remember earlier I was talking about the ridge steel, so that's going to go in the middle here, support the front roof and obviously take the weight of the dormer, but we don't like breaking into those chimneys. Not only is it a no-go in the sense of structurally, but it's also, if you could imagine, if we break a hole in that chimney, brick it up, for whatever reason, if the fire isn't used at the moment, but at a later date the next client or the next homeowner decides to reuse it, and unbeknown to them they make the chimney live again, there's potential carbon monoxide and stuff to come out of the chimney. So we're not really not a fan of breaking into the chimney, so we do keep it independent with a post. And then you'll see here, this is where the existing rafters cross over. You'll see in there, there it is, the load bearing wall. So that's the centre wall plate. So we're going to have joists spanning from there to the front of the house there, and then we'll have our dwarf wall built on top, and then same thing from there back, and that will create our floor. And then we've got a couple of flip beams that I showed you on those calcs earlier, that's going to go here, because our stairs are going to be trimmed out up and over the existing in this area here. Bathroom's going there, up and over, because we've got saw pipe on the outside that you might have seen, so that will be what will be used to connect in for the foul water. And then this is all bedroom. We've got a couple of Veluxes on the front, one over the stairs as well. Yeah, it's going to be a nice big space. Just found a double socket over there, it's quite unusual. But yeah, so we'll give you some, what we'll do, probably come back in roughly a week or so, and Nathan and Jay should probably have the structure done by then, so we'll have the dormer up and this back section of the roof all cut out, so you'll see such a difference in the space. And because we've got a fantastic amount of height, we'll be able to easily get like 2.2, 2.3 head height internally in the loft space. So I'm always a big fan of trying to get the lofts as high as we can in the rooms, just to make them feel nice and big and airy basically. It looks like we're going to have to do some patching up there as well, because by the looks of it we can see straight into the neighbour's loft space. Where's another rafter to stand on? So yeah, so we'll have to brick that up as well, just for fire. So obviously, if you could imagine, if there's a fire on our side, we don't want fire going into the next door property, and vice versa. We don't want fire on that side starting and getting into this new space. So we'll certainly have to do something with that to make that fireproof on both sides, because on that side especially even more, you can see straight through into the loft next door, which is not good. But yeah, hopefully this has been a nice little informative video for day one back. Like I said, keep an eye on the YouTube account, because we will post a lot more regularly. This year we really are trying to concentrate on getting the numbers up. We've just hit 1,000 subs, which is fantastic, so thank you for that. But yeah, we're just trying to push through, get some watch hours up, and then we just try and show you some really useful content and stuff like that to help showcase exactly what a loft can do for a client. Especially in this current market with house prices kind of a little bit stagnant and people scared to move and holding off spending money and stuff like that. I mean, thankfully for us, we've got over 20 lofts booked in for this year already, so we're pretty busy up till August kind of time at the moment, so I can't complain in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We'll see you again on the next one. Enjoy.